All right, get ready because today we're doing a deep dive into love emojis.
Ooh, fun.
You know those hearts and smiley faces we put in our text?
Mm-hmm.
Someone sent us this guide to help figure out what they all really mean.
Cool.
Makes you think, right? Like, can one tiny emoji really show something as big as love?
Yeah, it's wild how important those little icons are now for showing you care.
Right. Like online, especially when you can't hear someone's tone or see their face.
Exactly.
Sometimes an emoji just says it better.
For sure.
So, okay, let's start with the heart emojis.
Okay.
Everyone knows the red heart use, but there are tons of others.
So many hearts.
Like, what about that offer sparkling heart? I see that one everywhere now.
I think maybe people just want their messages to stand out more, you know?
Oh, like you're trying to jazz it up?
Yeah, like adding something special to a handwritten note.
I get it.
The sparkling heart is whimsical, exciting.
Definitely grabs your attention.
Right. It's like saying, hey, this message is important.
Okay, then what about heart with arrow? That one's all Valentine's Day-ish.
It is, but you see it other times too.
Really?
Think about that feeling of like suddenly being in love.
Oh.
That first spark.
Yeah.
It's about that.
Huh. So not just for when you're already with someone?
Right. More about those brand new feelings.
Interesting. What about heart with ribbon? That one seems like love is a gift.
You got it.
Okay.
It's about giving love like it's precious.
Anniversaries, birthdays, stuff like that.
Exactly. Or just because. Letting someone know they're special to you.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I could see using that one as a thank you.
Yeah, totally.
Now, the growing heart makes me think of, well, growing feelings.
Makes sense, right?
But is that what it really means?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
It's when those feelings get stronger over time.
So not just for new relationships.
Nope, could be for anyone.
Like showing your partner you still love them more every day?
Exactly, that your relationship is still growing and changing.
Ah, that's nice. Okay, so we talked about all the hearts. But love isn't always romantic, right?
So true.
There are other kinds of love out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what about the blue heart? That one seems to be for all kinds of things.
It is, yeah.
I see it for mental health a lot.
Yeah.
Or just like showing you're there for someone.
It's about support and connecting with people, especially online.
Yeah, like being part of something.
Exactly. And did you notice how it means different things depending on what you're talking about?
Totally. So then what about sick green heart? I bet that one's for nature lovers.
You know, it's all about nature. Growing things, keeping things in balance.
Ah, so it's more than just liking trees.
Oh, yeah. Like, think about all the people who care about the environment.
Right.
This is how they connect with each other.
Huh. Almost like a quiet way of standing up for what you believe in.
I like that.
Okay, then there's the yellow heart. It's like pure sunshine.
It really is.
Just happy vibes.
Yeah. Happy, friendly, warm.
Yeah.
Good for texting your best friend.
Like a little burst of sunshine.
Hooray! Makes you smile just looking at it.
Okay, I'm curious about So Orange Heart, though. What's that one about?
That one's trickier. It's like when you're with someone who really gets you.
Like you feel safe and cared for.
Yeah, exactly. That's the orange heart, all about warmth and caring.
For family, close friends.
Usually. But you can also use it to show you're grateful for something.
Or like to comfort someone.
Nice, gentle heart.
It is. All right, last heart emoji in the rainbow is purple heart. What's special about that one?
That one's for deep feelings, being there for someone, sometimes even spiritual stuff.
Ah, okay.
It's about showing love in a caring way, especially if someone needs support.
Oh, like a virtual shoulder to cry on.
I like that, yeah.
It's wild how many different meanings even just the heart emojis have.
I know, right? And we've got the black and white hearts to talk about, too.
Oh, yeah, the darker side of the heart emojis.
Exactly.
So what's the deal with black heart?
Things get interesting with that one.
Oh, how so?
Well, it's not just one simple emotion. It can be kind of sad or rebellious, even.
So not just plain sadness, but maybe like loving the darker side of things.
Yeah, exactly. Think about how we use black in clothes or art. It can be cool, mysterious.
Adiji.
Yes. And the black heart has that same energy for unconventional love, intense love, even a little bit dangerous.
Makes it more intriguing.
Right.
Okay, then what about on a white heart? That one seems peaceful.
It is pure and innocent love.
Like platonic love or just a very good, pure kind of love?
Some people even think it means new beginnings.
So it's like the opposite of the black heart?
In a way, yeah, both about love, but so different.
It's amazing how much you can say with such a little symbol.
I know, and that's just the hearts. We've got so many other love emojis to talk about.
All right, let's move on from hearts then. What about kiss mark? Seems simple enough, but
I bet there's more to it.
right.
Think about all the ways we kiss in real life.
Yeah.
Playful, romantic. Seriously. The
Hmm.
kiss mark can be all of those too. It's versatile.
So it depends on how you use it.
And the whole conversation you're having.
Okay, makes sense. What about face blowing a kiss? Is that basically the same as kiss mark?
Kinda, but this one's usually more playful, lighthearted.
Okay.
Like you're showing love or being grateful to someone.
For your partner, your friend, anyone.
Right, it's a sweet emoji.
Like a virtual hug and kiss at the same time. Now, what about heart eyes? I think everyone knows what that one's for.
When you see something so amazing, your eyes turn to hearts.
Exactly.
The ultimate I'm in love emoji.
It could be for a person or anything, really.
Oh yeah, a pet, food, anything that makes you go wow.
Yeah, like saying, I'm totally smitten, and there's off smiling face with hearts. That one's just adorable.
It really is. All about feeling warm and happy.
What makes it so good?
It's like pure love and happiness mixed together.
Showing you adore someone.
Something, yeah.
Like a visual representation of love and happiness.
Like getting a warm hug.
Okay, let's talk about some of the more obviously romantic emojis, like a kiss. That one's pretty straightforward.
You think so?
Yeah. It's for couples, showing affection.
It's interesting though, right? Putting your relationship out there like that.
Yeah, a very we're together emoji.
Exactly. Makes a statement.
You definitely wouldn't want to send that to the wrong person.
Nope.
Okay, last one for this deep dive. Hugging face.
Everyone loves a hug.
Right.
This is like sending a hug through the phone.
Showing you care, giving support.
Yeah, or just letting someone know you're thinking of them.
Like a virtual hug that reaches across any distance.
Exactly, and you don't even need words. It's amazing how much these emojis can say. It makes you wonder if there are things they can't say about love.
It's a good question.
Like, are emojis enough to express all the complicated parts of love?
I don't know. It really does make you think.
It does, right?
Like, emojis are great and all, but can they really show how we feel about someone, like in real life?
That's why studying emojis is so interesting these days.
Oh, really?
Yeah, researchers want to know how these little things affect us, like our emotions, how we connect with people.
So you're saying, like, what heart emoji I use says something about me?
Maybe,
Huh.
like, someone who uses that sparkling heart all the time might be more outgoing, you know?
Okay.
And someone who likes the blue heart might be all about being loyal and close to people.
That's kind of cool. It makes me want to look back at all my old texts.
Right.
But seriously, what if emojis are changing how we show love altogether?
I think they are, especially for people who grew up with them.
Yeah, like it's a whole new language of love.
Exactly. It's a way to show feelings that are hard to put into words.
Like when you're first starting to like someone,
Right.
it's easier to send a heart eyes emoji than to say it out loud.
Way easier. It takes the pressure off.
True. But is that a bad thing? Like, are we forgetting how to talk about our feelings for real?
That's a good point. Emojis are good for some things, but you can't let them replace actually talking to people.
Like face-to-face or even on the phone.
Yeah, sometimes you just need words.
So it's all about finding that balance, using emojis, but not letting them be the only way we communicate.
Exactly. Plus, remember, even with emojis, things can get lost in translation.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Especially with something like love. It's all about context, you know?
Right, like who you're talking to, what you're talking about.
And different cultures might see emojis differently too.
That's true. What if you see an emoji you don't even recognize?
Oh, just look it up.
Really?
There's no shame in that. There's this website called Emojipedia. It explains everything.
Oh, cool. I'll have to check that out.
Okay.
But besides what they actually mean, I'm curious why we like certain love emojis more than others.
Oh, that's a great question.
Like, what does that say about us?
Researchers are trying to figure that out.
Oh, wow.
Like, some studies say that people who use lots of different emojis are better at understanding emotions.
That makes sense. If you know all the emojis, you're probably good at knowing how people feel.
Exactly. And it's not just about each person. Emojis are changing how we all show love.
Like a whole cultural thing?
Yeah, they reflect what's going on in society.
What do you mean?
Well, take the black heart emoji. It's super popular now.
Yeah.
Maybe that means we're more interested in those darker, more complicated feelings, not just happy, lovey-dovey stuff.
Interesting. So what about the future of love emojis?
Oh, I think we'll get even more specific emojis as we learn more about love and relationships.
Oh, like what?
Maybe emojis for different kinds of love or different stages of a relationship.
Like unrequited love or... It's complicated.
Exactly. The possibilities are endless.
That would be awesome. And what about like personalized emojis.
Oh, imagine that. Creating your own emoji that shows exactly how you feel.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, we've talked about so much today,
Yeah.
from what emojis mean to why we use them, and even what might happen next.
It's been a wild ride.
It has. So what's the main thing you want people to take away from this deep dive?
I think the biggest thing is that emojis can say way more than you think.
Yeah, they're not just silly little pictures,
Right. They can add so much meaning to how we show love online.
but we have to use them carefully, knowing they can have a big impact.
And always remember, emojis are just one way to communicate.
Yeah, nothing replaces actually talking to someone.
Exactly.
Well said.
Right.
I feel like I'm a total emoji expert now.
Me too.
But before we wrap up, I want to leave our listeners with something to think about.
Okay.
Now that you know all about these different love emojis, what they mean,
Mm-hmm.
think about how you use them. What do your favorite emojis say about you and how you show love?
That's a good one.
It's like looking in a mirror, but for your online self.
I like that.
It's a good way to think about it.
It is, right.
Like, what are my emojis telling people about me?
And it reminds us that even though we're online so much,
Mm-hmm.
we're still, real people.
Right. Expressing ourselves.
Yeah, and that never stops changing.
So true.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like we just started talking about this,
Yeah, barely scratched the surface.
but there's so much more to learn about emojis
Oh, yeah, for sure.
and how they affect, like, everything.
How we date, how our whole culture sees love.
It's really fascinating.
Absolutely, and it's all still so new.
Right. Who knows what will happen next?
Maybe we'll all have our own special love emojis one day,
That would be wild. Like a whole emoji just for you.
showing exactly how you love.
Until then, though,
We've got to keep using what we've got.
and learning more about them.
And most importantly, using them to, well, spread the love.
Oh, I like that.
It's been fun talking about all this with you.
Same here. And thanks to everyone for listening to our deep dive into love emojis.
See you next time.
Bye, everyone.